Season 22 artifact perk preview. I'm gonna move me down real quick. We're getting ramped up for the Destiny 2 showcase, and we have tons we can't wait to share. Before all that kicks off, here's a sneak peek of your arsenal of perks for next season, so you can prep your builds before diving into the action. This upcoming season is doing artifacts a little differently, and we've got the team here to chat a bit about what the updated artifact mod playground will look like when season 22 arrives on Tuesday. All right, we actually are going to have a video, guys, on essentially like a pre-build video, but I'm glad that we are holding off until we see these artifact perks because they can make all the difference. Now, artifact perk preview. In season 22, the armor team wants to push the boundaries of how a seasonal artifact can enable you to customize your playstyle every season, unlocking more moment-to-moment gameplay decisions and new build possibilities. Inspired by the success of Strand Tangles, the team worked hard to develop a new sandbox feature we've dubbed Elemental Orbs. A set of artifact perks will allow players to create these orbs when they defeat enemies with arc, solar, or void weapons. Elemental Orbs can then be picked up by any player and thrown to create an elementally aligned explosion that also jolts, scorches, or applies volatile depending on the element of the orb. Wow. Certain perks deeper in the artifact also have various behaviors that trigger off of these orbs and strand tangles, including one that rewards you when allies steal or borrow the ones you make. We think that the elemental orbs will add novelty to build crafting for the season, and we can't wait to see what kinds of builds folks come up with while using them. Without further ado, here are the artifact perks for season 22. All right, we're gonna go up and down, and then we'll just go through each column, okay? So you have anti-barrier auto rifle, piercing bowstring for barrier champions, unstoppable scout rifle, overload hand cannon, unstoppable fusion. All right. Okay, second column, we have arc strand siphon combo. All right. Solar strand siphon combo, voice strand siphon combo, origin perk specialization, greatly improves the benefits provided by the head rush, nanotech tracer rockets, unstated hunger, and redacted origin traits. Wow. So this is normally not in this column, but this has been moved to the second column here. Diviner's discount. All scavenger mods are discounted. Okay, third column here. Thanototic tangles. Strand weapon final blows have a chance to generate a tangle. Origin perk specialization. 2. Weapons with head rush, nanotech tracer rockets, unstated hunger, and redacted origin traits are always overcharged when that modifier is active. Elemental orbs void. While using a void subclass, void weapon final blows have a chance to spawn a void elemental orb. Void orbs can be thrown to create a void explosion that makes enemies it damages volatile. Okay, so simply just using a void subclass and using a void weapon, this can create those orbs. I'm assuming it's just going to be just like a tangle, guys. Just like a tangle in terms of throne mechanics. It's just going to be purple. Elemental orbs arc. While using an arc subclass, arc weapon final blows have a chance to spawn an arc elemental orb. Arc orbs can be thrown to create an arc explosion that jolts targets that it damages. Elemental Orbs Solar. While using a solar subclass and solar weapon final blows have a chance to spawn a solar elemental orb. Solar orbs can be thrown to create a solar explosion that scorches targets. Yeah, and I wonder how many would be required to actually reach ignition on that one, right? Moving to the fourth column. Overload machine guns. Wow, everybody break out your grand overtures. Elemental Fury. While stunned, champions take bonus damage from your abilities and elemental orb damage, depending on what that percentage is. That's going to be the deciding factor there. But they take bonus damage just in general. So that seems like a win-win all around. And it's just while they are stunned. Now, communal pickups. When an ally destroys or picks up your tangle or elemental orb, the tangle cooldown is reduced by 5 seconds, and you gain bonus damage with your weapons, matching your subclass for 10 seconds. All right. So if you know how tangles are, or even back in the day, how Warmind cells were, what happened, guys? Every time you spawn a Warmind cell, some a-hole on your squad would shoot it. Some asshole would just blow their load into my Warmind cell, which completely destroyed my build. At least now, you're going to get something. You're going to get something for that. So this is going to be designed around your teammates. If they occasionally grab an orb that they're not supposed to grab, at least you're benefiting from this, right? Refreshing pickups. Picking up a tangle or elemental orb grants energy to your least powered ability. All right. Semi-auto striker. If you have fewer than 2 stacks of armor charge, rapid precision shots with bows, snipers, and scout rifles generate an armor charge. That could actually, you could utilize this even inside of PvP. So I'm thinking like what, a couple kills? You can proc that, right? All right, monochromatic maestro. Dealing elemental ability damage increases matching weapon damage. And elemental weapon damage increases matching ability damage. Bonus granted is 10% for 5 seconds. Now, rapid fire ranger. Rapid precision hits made from long range weaken the target. This used to be called something else. Was it Sundering Glare? I think it was called Sundering Glare, right? Y'all remember that mod? I'm trying to remember this Sundering Glare. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, so this was Sundering Glare right here. Rapid precision hits against distant combatants and weaken them for a short duration. So same thing. I'm trying to remember what the debuff was. Chat, what was the debuff percentage? It was a 20% debuff? Oh. Elemental Embrace. Subclass elemental buffs grant you bonus recovery and damage resistance against combatant attacks of matching elemental types. All right. Elemental munitions. Combatant final blows with tangles or elemental orbs have a chance to drop special or heavy ammo. Because keep in mind, guys, double special is getting nerfed. So elemental munitions, this may actually be something, especially like in a day one raid, you may be wanting to utilize on your squad. Frenzy stacks. Your armor charges grant bonus damage to your thrown tangles or elemental orbs. Your armor charge now decays over time. Okay. Some of these, I just need to see what the buff percentage is. I mean, there's nothing here that's like... When I think of some of like the craziest artifact mods we've gone, Energy Accelerant was one, primarily because it bugged out and was buffing things it wasn't supposed to be buffing. Breach and Clear. Chat, what was the fusion rifle mod that we had a long time ago? What was the fusion rifle mod? It was so good. It was literally the best mod for fusions. Particle Deconstruction. Particle Deconstruction. Such a good mod. Now, on the surface, when you read the descriptions of those mods, it didn't sound that impressive. What's impressive was the percentage debuffs, or percentage buffs, or in Energy Accelerant's case, amplifying weapons it shouldn't have amplified. It amplified Telesto, essentially doubling its damage. And inside of PvP, it was like a 3-bolt kill, which is crazy for Telesto. And there was a variety of things that it amplified. So, if you're looking at these artifact mods and you're feeling kind of meh about it, it really is going to come down to what the percentage buffs are and then how much damage are we actually getting from these elemental orbs. It seems like Bungie is really wanting us to move in this direction. Keep in mind, we lost War Mind cells for this. I still feel some kind of way about that. Granted, War Mind cells have gotten nerfed pretty much to the bone, but they got nerfed that way in preparation for all of this. No stasis at all. No stasis at all, guys. No stasis at all. Again, every season has like what Bungie wants you to use. And so this is their way of facilitating what subclasses, you know, it's the same with like our surges, you know what I mean? So yeah, nothing here for stasis yet. We got Void Solar, Arc, and Strands. Now, one final note. The perks Overload Machine Guns and Overload Hand Cannon do not currently overcharge those weapons when that modifier is active. This is an unintended bug. Anti-Barrier Bow and Unstoppable Fusion Rifle will overcharge the weapons, but this is not currently reflected in their in-game descriptions. These issues will be corrected in a later patch. Stay tuned at Bungie Hell for more information. And that's a wrap. Shout out how your planned builds are shaping up over on Twitter and Reddit or at Destiny 2 Team. We may or may not be selfishly looking for an inspiration with our own builds, you know, to spice things up a bit. See you on August 22nd. All right. Keep in mind, guys, that's a big deal right there. The perks Overload Machine Guns and Overload Hand Cannons do not currently overcharge those weapons when the modifier is active. So select your builds accordingly, right? Or you're going to be literally putting yourself at a disadvantage until that patch is issued. The bugs are out before the updates. Yeah, I guess it must be a difficult bug. I don't know what's going on.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.